I'm Harry Houdini. It's nice to meet you two.
Oh, the greatest escape artist himself. I'm Terence and I'm a big fan.
I'm lucky to have become so successful in my escape stunts. I'm one of the very few immigrants to actually become a wealthy individual. It's a shame that current conditions in America led to most immigrants being dirt poor and with dead ends, poor quality jobs, just like the one I had in the necktie factory.
America often treats its immigrants cruelly, especially those working in those evil factories.
Hello gentlemen, my name is William Vanderbilt, as you may know. How are you all doing?
This man is the devil himself. The Knights of Labor has his face pinned over a dartboard. He single-handedly oppresses millions of laboring poor in his factories while he bathes in a gold milk smoothie bath. We have worked so hard to bring the tyranny of businesses down, but the government is in cahoots with these robber barons.
He is able to bathe in such a bath because he is one of the greatest, most talented men in America. How else would he accumulate such a vast fortune? America is not wrong in awarding these men.
The problem is that people forget that businesses are not for the benefit of the dear public. The idea is nonsense. They are established for men who invest their money and expect to get a fair percentage of the same.
A fair percentage? What about men, women, and children in factories who work many more times than you do, but never get a fair share of your riches? Not only are the wages horrible, but the industrial accidents plague these workers. In 1913, 1 million laborers were injured in factories, and this was after safety devices were installed. Injuries force families even further below the poverty line, and America has failed by not protecting the common man.
You know, if you're so upset about this, maybe you should vote for me. Political machines, like the one I operate, have been very successful in addressing workers' needs, especially those of immigrants. We provide jobs and look out for the urban working class. Urbanization would be a disaster without my guidance. That is why all my constituents love me.
Oh man, this situation is getting heated and awkward. I think it's time for another great escape by Houdini himself.
The plight of the poor is truly heartbreaking. Although the government has been quite successful in dealing with the issues of urbanization and immigration, individual reformers have helped greatly too. The settlement house I worked at directly helps to assimilate immigrants and assist the poor by offering English classes, vocational classes, and childcare.
Government interference is useless and should not have been implemented. Poverty is a result of ineptitude, and helping the poor simply makes them less able to survive. Let natural selection take its course and allow the fittest to thrive. It's a great thing that the Supreme Court has prevented Congress from interfering with the economy, allowing industrialization to be as successful as it is today.
Government railroad regulation is such a nuisance to the efforts of great industrialists.
How can you two say that when all around us we see life improving thanks to the efforts of social reformers? Housing and sanitation, immigrant and women's rights, and child labor prevention have all improved. The Supreme Court's interference with the public's desires has prevented America's response to immigration and urbanization from being even more successful than it already is.
The government should not impose their charitable desires on us. I've already donated to various institutes, like the Metropolitan Museum of Art, the YMCA, and colleges like Vanderbilt University, without being forced to by the government, as have many other great men, like Andrew Carnegie. With access to such great resources provided to them by these captains of industry, the poor can only blame themselves for their problems.
That's utter nonsense. They were born into unfortunate living conditions. It is necessary for politicians like me to ensure that they receive as much help as possible. By helping them find jobs, building parks, and distributing food and clothing, we ensure that urbanization and industrialization does not eat these people alive. Furthermore, we need to protect the rights of newly arrived immigrants and make sure they are able to survive in this industrial age. The political reformers who cite political machines, alleged corruption, as a reason to remove us from power do not understand the true needs of the people.
That's enough! I'm not gonna live with you slumdog dollar millionaires!
Hey guys, check out the new trick I learned.
Everyone cut the bull spit!
Dear Mr. McDermott, we accept the fact that we had to sacrifice 2 whole weekday afternoons in school for whatever it was we had to do. But we think you're crazy to make us create a video telling you who we think we are. You see us as you want to see us, in the simplest terms, in the most convenient definitions. But what we found out is that each one of us is a Tammany Hall politician, and a social Darwinist, and a social reformer, a new immigrant, a union leader, and a robber baron. Does that answer your question? Sincerely yours, the History Club.